What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today, y'all know I'm going to talk about it. I was holding out on talking about camp because of the fact that I saw this coming, but I didn't want to sit up there and anger people or get people upset because I kind of felt I saw this coming. But again, I'm going to explain it. Carson Wentz in camp is not looking sharp at all. I told y'all last year when Ryan Fitzpatrick was running the offense and how he was struggling learning the offense and how this coaching staff wasn't adapting him well to the offense last year and Ryan Fitzpatrick. And now you're starting to see it repeat itself with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is looking sloppy out there. And to be quite honest, I don't understand what was the rush to get this guy into Washington. And you know, you sit up there and you say, now you understand how a Jalen Hurts takes his job. You understand why he gets 1 year in Indianapolis. Carson Wentz should be far further in the process of being the starting quarterback of this Washington franchise and having this offense, quote unquote, open up. I told y'all when I did my top 10 stories going into camp in the preseason that we had to find out, the first thing that we had to find out was Carson Wentz's grasp of the offense. And to me, it doesn't seem like he's grasped it at all or that well. Because every time you turn around, you see people posting stuff and it's like this pass here, this one pass here, this one pass here. But yet and still, they aren't showing you everything. There are things that's going on out there that you're starting to realize that Carson Wentz is madly inaccurate. And then he's throwing balls to guys' feet. Here again is the thing that we talked about prior to this, which was the fact of, Carson Wentz, he likes taller receivers. He seems to be very accurate when his receivers are very tall. That's a problem, y'all. Because now we're starting to see in camp that he isn't accurate. Not only that, there was a point when all the receivers went out to California to go catch with Carson Wentz, and somehow, some way, when camp starts, he's short hopping the balls to the guys. He's throwing the football at their feet. And then you got to pay attention to what some of these coaches are saying. Ron Rivera talking about, well, you know, we aren't game planning. You know, that's why it looks so different and stuff like that. But that's the problem, Ron. You shouldn't have to game plan for Carson Wentz to at least look halfway decent out there. He's not as sharp or as crisp as you need him to be. And this is camp. I mean, I'm not, and the crazy thing about this is that this is not the only camp I'm paying attention to. I'm paying attention to all of the other camps of teams we faced this year. And there are a lot of guys actually looking good out there. I mean, they're talking about Jared Goff actually having a fairly good season this year. I mean, they're actually talking about that. They're actually talking about the fact that Davis Mills looks amazing in camp and that his teammates had total confidence in him and that he's basically shown his teammates that he can play. And Trevor Lawrence, they're talking about what Doug Peterson's impact has been since he's gotten down there with Trevor Lawrence. And we're talking about Carson Wentz. I told y'all a long time ago, this coaching staff does not develop quarterbacks. Clearly, they don't help quarterbacks transition into the offenses either. We have one of the most favorable schedules there is right now. And the crazy thing about it is that our quarterbacks don't look ready for the season. Now, I will say this. We got our preseason. We got our very first NFL preseason game coming up on Thursday, which will give us some football. Especially after, the USFL I thought was pretty good. But still, it gives us the NFL. And then we play the following Saturday. Yeah, if Carson Wentz doesn't start looking a little bit more sharp in camp, and he goes into these preseason games, because again, that was also same thing happened with Ryan Fitzpatrick. He wasn't looking sharp in camp. He wasn't looking that good in camp. He went to the preseason game, still wasn't looking that sharp. Still looked like he was quite uncomfortable. Still looked like he was trying to figure it out. And sure enough, when game number 1 happened, he was out. And I'm starting to see the same thing repeat with Carson Wentz. Somehow, some way, the coaching staff is not finding a way to get this guy ready for the season. And it's quite saddening and maddening that we basically gave up $28 million for this guy. Took on his whole salary. And already he's looking like he probably wasn't the guy to to put out there like that. I'm hoping Carson Wentz at some point begins to look better as this goes on a little bit more. But for right now, I just don't see it. This was part of the problem I had with him coming in and us spending all that money when he got here. And now all of a sudden you're talking about he's here and he's almost... It's like you have to be close to being angry to know how insanely angering it is to see him short hop balls to some of the fastest wide receiving group he has. I mean, this is a very fast wide receiver group, and the fact that he's not getting the ball to him is insane. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Yeah, maybe y'all feel a little bit more comfortable than this. I mean, the schedule is in our favor. The schedule is in our favor this year. It's in our favor to win double-digit games. And from how Carson Wentz is playing, we will be lucky to even get 10 wins. Hopefully, in the preseason, when, like Ron has said, they game plan, hopefully we'll see a better Carson Wentz. But for right now, in my personal opinion, we might be in some serious trouble if Carson Wentz can't get his damn accuracy together. This has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fans Sports Show.